Cliff Mills, and I was born in 1930. I'm 80. I lived in New Eltham. I've lived in New Eltham all my life, really. Well, most of my life. I've been away a few times, but when the war started, I was, 8 years old.
Right, okay.
And we didn't get a house, didn't get completely bombed, but it was damaged quite a bit, you know.
Right, how was it damaged?
Well, windows, ceilings, and one inside wall.
Gosh, that must have been really frightening as a small child.
Yeah, and then we went off to, we was evacuated with the school, and which is a big laugh because we went to Dartford.
Dartford, okay. What was that like?
Well, as soon as we got enough for a bus fare home, we come home.
Oh, really?
It's only about 8 miles down the road.
I suppose it is, yeah.
Stupid, you know.
How long were you there for?
About a fortnight.
Is that it? Really? Okay.
As soon as we got enough to say, as soon as we collected enough money for our bus fare home, we realised where we were.
Why did they send you so close by?
They didn't have a clue.
They didn't know where to send you.
When the war broke out, they didn't. They just wanted to get people out of London, but it was stupid.
Dartford, not exactly far away. So
anyway, we came home, and after a little while, we got the bombing and all that, because it didn't start off with bombing during the war. You know,
there was like 6 months where nothing really happened.
My father was working, he's a bricklayer, working in the arsenal, and he was exempt from the forces because of his work.
Yeah. When
it started off, you know, but after a while they needed everyone they could get, so then he went into the army.
Okay.
And he was about 37, I think, when he went in the army. He was too old, really, because to be, and they put him in the infantry, which was stupid, because he was too old for that, you know.
I suppose they just wanted everyone.
That's right, yeah. Anyway,
what was that like for your dad having to go away? Was that quite upsetting?
It was upsetting. Yeah. My brother, he was asthmatic.
Right.
And we couldn't sleep. We were sleeping down the air raid shelters, you know, during when the bombing started. But he was getting ill, you know, with his asthma. So my dad come home on leave from the army, and he hired a car, and we just went off down the Great West Road. We found this little village, and everyone, you just didn't know what to do, you know, it was getting light, dark and that. Anyway, we went into to see the vicar, and he found a little place for us to stay.
Was this you, your brother, and
my mother then,
and your dad?
But my dad went back into the army.
So why did you move to that little village?
Well, it was just to get away, because, as I say, our house, all the back of our house, all the windows was in and all that. I had quite a good time down in Wiltshire, you know, still a bit on the farm. Funny little school, everybody went in one room. You know,
really?
School,
how many kids?
Must have been about 20, 30 kids,
Okay.
all ages, into the one room.
How could they teach so many different ages at the same time? I guess you just had to make
that's what they did, you know, in them days. Not like it is today. Wouldn't allow it today, would they? Anyway, we was there for about 2 years, I think. And then we came home when the bombing lulled off a bit.
Yeah.
And then it started again, so we went back.
To the same place.
And as I say, my father was away, so it it was as good as we could get, I suppose.
Yeah,
you know,
probably one of the
under
lucky
the
ones.
circumstances, yeah.
What was the little village? Was that not affected at all? Was it?
Well, actually, it was funny because it was right on the Great West Road, which is the main road to Marlborough, where Churchill's place was.
Yeah.
And he used to go the convoy. We used to see him now and again. But anyway, this bomber came over one night and he wanted to get rid of his load because he was well off course.
Okay.
And he just dropped about 5 bombs straight through the village, you know, bang, 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 like that. And luckily he didn't hit anything, only fields.
Oh really?
Yeah,
That was
lucky.
Yeah.
And we had a hurricane landed he'd run out of petrol one night. This hurricane, you know, the fighter, just landed in the field up on the village.
God, what was that like? Was that frightening?
No, well, it was at first until we realised that it was one of ours.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, and then the Air Force came round and patched it up in 2 or 3 days, and then he refuelled and took off again, you know.
As a small boy, did you look up to all these kind of soldiers and people?
Yeah, I was. See, when I was down there, the latter part of the war, we got the Americans came in, the airborne and all that, because they built these aerodromes, you know, all over the place then. We had an airborne unit not far from the village. So we was overrun with Yanks, which as a young kid you sort of was all right, you know.
Were they quite friendly?
They were friendly, yeah, giving you all sorts of chewing gum and fags and all that, you know.
Fags?
Yes, they gave you anything, you know. But
what was it like going back to London afterwards? Had things changed a lot?
Yeah, things changed. Well, when I went back, it was more or less starting to go to work. Because I used to work quite a lot down there on the farms. I was always looking to earn money to help my mum out, you know. Because I didn't get much money from the army. So I'd done all sorts of jobs. I cut the vicar's lawn, I'd done a bit of gardening for Mabel, Lucy Atwell, the artist,
Oh, right.
and her daughter, Peggy something, crappy. It's the trouble with getting old, you forget names.
Oh, I forget things and I'm only 25.
Anyway, it was her daughter, was a well-known artist as well. She encouraged me quite a lot in art, actually. And I did have an opportunity to go to art college, but at the end of the war like that, it wasn't very convenient.
Yeah.
We didn't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
Things was tight, you know, to go away to college. It's all
Do
out of the
art,
question,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Not like it is these days.